77.82, Richard.
The market is short.
Who's not Citibank?
Richard and the Russians between them have helped the pound up half a cent. But now taking the profit proves irresistible, so Richard starts selling.
If you're looking for an offer, you've got it.
Well, you're looking for an offer. You've got to sell him at 80, 85. How many years? 20 points profit.
Anyway, between 80 and 90, I want to sell.
Sorry.
1995.
Yours. Yes.
87.97.
A brief speculative bubble has burst, but Richard has won again.
So, as you saw, we bought £35 million, so we went up 30 points, we decided to take our profit.
So how much money did you make on that little bubble?
I don't know, to be honest. £75,000.
How much?
About £75,000.
And that took you about half a minute. The price just
Took about 3 minutes. 80-85.
He's the best in the world because he has learned his trade the hard way. He started getting the sandwiches when he was in his early 20s, and he was kicked about by the other dealers, and he has no ego whatsoever. If he's wrong, he knows he's wrong, he will cut out, and he will say, I had enough, I'm not going to beat the market, and he's there to work for Barclays Bank, not for his ego. That's why he's so good.
64. $1.64 on the belt.
Again, at 249.1. And it shrunk with the dollar trading this morning at 3.047. March up from 3.0.
You buy and sell, you wheel and deal, but you're living on instinct. You get a tip, you fall away, and you make a big killing.
By 7 a.m., the man from Davos, Switzerland, is at work 17 floors above 3rd Avenue, Manhattan. Unlike Richard and William, Ronnie's dealing room is his own, and his business is 100% pure speculation.
Sure. How do you guys see the dollar?
He works with a partner, ex-Harvard man Brad Westerfield. With their 2 young assistants, they spend most of the day sitting and waiting for the right moment to plunge in and buy.
Can you talk to Mike? The thing is, if it breaks this level, I'm going to wind up hitting like a fiddle 390.
Don't pay higher than 90. Don't pay higher than 90, okay?
This morning they think Deutschmarks look good, so they're buying already.
We used to be more aggressive, but the market changed completely. So at the moment, the way we trade, we just wait, and when we see a situation, then we jump in. Very fast, very quickly.
Okay.
And then it has to be right. If it's not right, we cut it, and then we stay away again.
At 45? Oh, that's fine. Yes. Okay, thank you. Bye.
You're at 45. 23.5, okay?
By currency dealer standards, Ronnie works long term. He might even keep his marks until tomorrow. In London, some important financial news is due in under half an hour. The latest money supply figures will almost certainly have an effect on the pound, but nobody knows which way. Richard is gambling that they'll send sterling up, so he's bought 20 million. But now sterling is falling as other dealers place their bets.
It's just hovering just below my level at the moment.
Do you want to cut out a bit?
I think I might cut it down a bit before the money supply figures. You're then gambling on something you don't know about, to be honest.
In Hong Kong, William is out celebrating another good day. He only broke even in the afternoon, but he managed to hang on to his morning's profit. After buying and selling £120 million, he ended the day £20,000 up. But once a dealer, always a dealer. William likes to keep in touch, day and night.
60.
Those money supply figures are due out any moment.
50 again now. 50 again.
In London, as the price wobbles, tension is mounting.
Okay. You turn these figures around in about 2 seconds.
Above 0.5% and the pound should rise. Below, and he'll be in trouble.
What? 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 Upper half, money supply. Oh, that's the top right.
It's bad news. He wants to sell, but this time he doesn't succeed in beating the fall.
25, 30.
Richard, you must have changed immediately, put the price in.
What is that? 90! 70, 75!